Okay, so I have two new versions of the Black Knight, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to stick around. Like, I'm going to do the first one here, and I'll probably save the other one for the very final, because it just looks super fancy in comparison. But yeah, I have also changed over my weapon. Here's the new design. This is a pure melee with special abilities that give him a bit of range build. Mainly because, realistically, there is no point to really having range, since you're just slowing down your damage over time if you have something that isn't just raw melee with this. Also, isn't there going to be like 30 something missions? Or is that including DLC? Oh yeah, we're on 31. Never mind. We're on 31. But yeah, I am using a mace. The mace. You know the mace I'm on about. Because that is the most overpowered weapon in the game. I actually tested it. Yeah, that thing's bonkers. It is, for some reason, the strongest thrusting weapon I've ever seen for a good while in gaming. Like, just to pause it for a second, because I really want to say this. When people said the thrusting combo in Wukong was overpowered, yeah, the kind of damage I was expecting is the way the thrusting weapon, and this is literally what people proclaimed the Wukong thrusting spear with the combo was like. No, this game actually has that. This game has a weapon that can delete over half a boss's health bar in like 20 seconds. And that's mainly because the bosses have a thing where you can't spam the same part of their body over and over. And certain bosses have weird body shapes. And that's literally the only reason it wasn't like 20 seconds to defeat it. Because it just, this weapon does so much damage and knocks people so high up in the air that the only reason the combo has to be reset half the time is because you've pretty much accidentally launched him too high for you to hit him. And so you need to end the combo to reset. It is that bonkers. It has to be the most bonkers weapon combo I've ever seen it. Ever seen in a good while. Like, this game, I guess that's why it's when you give like a a Noah 2 combo to a hack and slash game, isn't it?
Mission stage の奥に存在するモノリスと呼ばれる4つのタワー。これがその中継点だ。
それはちょっと面倒やな。はよリリンも助けに行きたいのに。
ここまで来たら、あとはやるべきことをやっていくのみです。多少手間でも一つ一つ確実にモノリスを破壊していきましょう。
残念ながらことはそう簡単ではない。モノリス同士がお互いを補い合っているため、無事なモノリスがあるとシステムを復旧されてしまうのだ。そのためモノリスを破壊した後はその場に一部のメンバーが残り、システムの再生を阻止する必要がある。その間に連続して他のモノリスも破壊していき、全てのモノリスを破壊することができればミッションコンプリートというわけだ。
4つのモノリスの再生を阻止するために居残る。同時に攻めるにせよ、順に攻めるにせよ、戦力が分散されるってことか。
So I went quiet there. I was just reading like my YouTube timeline, and I was like, oh, I really shouldn't have watched those 2 drama videos. Because now it's just pages of the same drama, just everyone talking about it. And I'm like, no, where did my funny, goofy videos go? Oh, that's something different. Nice. Oh.
アタッカーと再生阻止の3名が4チームなら12人が必要になるけど。
うん。だからアタッカーは全てのミッションに参加するんだよ。再生阻止担当を残してね。それに4つ目のミッションは再生阻止が必要ないから。ああ、モノリスを完全に破壊できるからか。それで9人でちょうどってことだな。そうなんだが、この作戦は 全体の状況把握も重要に
There we go. I just have to scroll 20 pages down to actually find the stuff I'm interested in.
必要なんだ
I tell you, it's the biggest mistake to accidentally watch a drama video,
担当が2名かける
because then you just get 20 trillion drama videos following it up,
そして全体統括
just because it happens to be related to the same thing. So you click on the second one because you're bored and you want background sound, and then, oh,
今回は私
now everything's just drama videos.
全然構いませんよ。四天王戦は彼がメンバーを選んだんやし、今度はマイスターの番で。
マイスターさんの考えに反対する方ってここにはいらっしゃいませんよ。
ありがとうでは私の考えたメンバーの配置を発表させてもらおう。まず最も過酷で重要な役割のアタッカーは彼にお願いしたい。
I'm triple, bro. Am I even triple? I don't know how many times I'm doing it.
スターからのご指名なんてすごいやん。
No, you probably just saw my new build and was like, oh, that's really overpowered. Okay, your
と
pick.
しては適任だと考える。私も覚醒は使えぬが今回のミッションを慎重に進めるため全体統括を務めさせてほしい。状況判断とバックアップは任せて。
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm so tired. I got
まねばならない。
an itch around my eyes, so it's leaving me
よろしく頼む。
a bit drained. And also, I'm not sure. I just feel tired today.
大変だけどアタッカー頑張りなよ。
次に各ミッションを攻略するチーム分けだが各チームでコンビネーションや経験値での戦闘バラン
So
ス。
pretty much just me spamming base attacks over and over.
まず第1班はライムとアータル。経験値のある私のチームメイトが先陣を切る。アータル、ライム、それでいいな。
承知さ。任せておけ。
第2班はミサ君とリン君のコンビで2人は親戚だということで連携も取りやすいと判断した。それにミサ君の経験値は相当高いと私は踏んでいる。
買いかぶりすぎだよ。まあでもリンと一緒なら私も安心できるし任せといてよ。
ああ、任せたよ。続いて第3班。これは椎名君と真島君にお願いしたい。
Hey, you finally got your team up.
いや、お嬢と出撃できるのは嬉しいけど。
The man finally got his team up. It took him long enough, but now, bang, I laid the team up. Also, is there going to be another 4-mission run?
それに君の経験値があれば何があってもフォローできるだろう。
そうか。わかった。お嬢のエスコートは任せてくれ。
わかりました。マイスターさんの指示に従います。
最後の第4班は彼とタオ君で挑んでもらいたい。攻略メンバーが1名少なくなるが2人のコンビネーションなら突破できるはずだ。
2人だけか。
That's fine. I'm going to crush the targets. And we're going to smash down the walls.
GB4 を始めた時から一緒の2人ならコンビネーションは抜群でしょ。お互いのことも分かってるし。
せやね。よーし。
Let's do this, boys.
依存などなければ
I wish there was a way to get rid of the fists from the gauntlets. That is the one annoying
早速
thing.
第1班のメンバーは準備に向かってくれ。攻略情報は常に
I guess I could spin it around to make it less noticeable.
ではみんなよろしく頼む。
But it does look like a bit of elbow joints that way. But the gold would look weird swapped around.
大変な役割を任せてしまってすまない。しかしこれは覚醒を使える君にしか頼めない仕事なんだ。アータルとライムがしっかり脇を固めるから君は自分の仕事に集中してくれ。
I wish there was just more mission variety. That's my one issue.
先方は任せたぞ。実力があり信頼に足るものでなければ任せられない役目だ。
わかった。ここはおだてに乗ってやろう。ライム、これはおだてではない。
大丈夫だアータル。 ライムは分かって言っているんだ。
それは誠か、ライム。
それを俺に言わせるか。ま、ジンの言う通りだ。じゃあジン、バックアップは任せたぞ。
ああ、カオスは何をやってくるかもわからないしな。
言葉の裏を読み違えるとは、私もまだまだか。主殿の下で様々なことを学び経験してきたつもりだったが。
あまり気にするな。アータルはよくやっているぜ。
しかし言葉の裏を読めなかったことでリリンは騙されてしまったのだ。私にとっても他人事ではない。
アータル。
リリンの気持ちもリリンを大切に思う彼らの気持ちもよくわかる。
Is he an AI too?
こそ絶対にリリンも GB4
He might be an AI as well. Yeah, look at his eyes. He might be an AI as well.
我々は必ずリリンを救出し GB4 を取り戻す。
Like, doesn't get humor. Still learning. He's an AI. I think he's an AI as well. Like, it's kind of obvious with the phrase, like, and how serious he's taking this. Anyway, here we go with the first launch of Black Knight Grail variation. We got the big Mace of Destruction right here. Heavy armor, and finally the Cape's normal version. Looks good. Unfortunately, the Cape's shield seems glitched, since no matter what I do, the Cape's shield never triggers. And I don't know why. But either way, here we go. Now it's time to... Like, the thing is, I had like a level 20 version of this, and it was still destroying like level 29s. Like, this weapon... Oh, I messed up. 1 second. Bonk, 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 bonk. Goodbye, health bar. Goodbye, health bar. And this is why we don't need range options, because as soon as we get inside, they're gone. In fact, trying to range with this is completely pointless. Of course, the air combo is slightly different. In the air, it's only 2 hits. But yeah, even the light attacks do a lot of damage as well. Now it's fully upgraded. Also, I discovered something interesting. So apparently, when you legendary a weapon, it becomes like a permanent like ability, I think. As long as you still have the gear piece. I think that's how it works. And also the fact that you get infinite staggered as well is absolute... Oh my... I want to kill it. You messed up my combo. And also even that gets quickly destroyed. Like, look how overpowered that... Like, there's no way they ain't nerfing the stagger on that. Like, would they really leave the mace this broken? Because this is like... This has to be the strongest weapon in the game outside of direct ultra nukes. Now, that's legit the only thing that beats this is ultra nukes. But if you get close, you're just in an infinite stagger until they decide to cancel. I don't even think I've unlocked Musha Gundam parts. I actually got the hand, finally. Because I don't think I've got Musha Gundam parts before. You know, come here. That hand actually does a lot of damage. Like the palm grab. I think you can actually equip it if you have it in 2 hands. You can equip it twice. And I believe if you get gear up to, like, if you get gear up to legendary quality, it allows you to use their ability no matter what. And the hand grab's really good, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure it's based on your melee damage. So if you've got high melee, I believe it, and like melee boost abilities, it does a lot of damage. Okay. Oh, I was wondering what was going on there. Oh yes, this is so challenging. I probably could actually go to hard difficulty with this. That's probably how busted this is. I could probably go to new type and get away with some stuff. I probably wouldn't win new type, but I'd get away with... Okay. Get grenaded. My man's annoying.
それを確かめるためにも一刻も早くカオスの元にたどり着かなければ。そうだな。よし、急ぐぞ。やっ。
Oh, well, yeah, that does a lot of damage. It would make more sense for a sword to have that kind of thrust attack, not a weapon like that. Weird. Oh, one something that throws me off is the fact that also, yeah, I do have the trans arm ability, so I should probably use that because that does increase like my speed a bit. And it's relatively cheap considering just how long it lasts, because it lasts like I think a minute and a half, I believe, like a minute, around about that. So having this to speed, and I believe it does slightly speed up your melee, which makes it a little harder to combo, but it also makes that way more effective. Like, this has to be, in my opinion, the strongest melee can get. Just purely because of that thrust combo. Like, if every heavy weapon had that thrust combo, they'd be broken. It would be the strongest class in the game. Especially if you get something like the long sword, you know, the great sword. If you got that, like, that would be the most broken thing. Purely because of, like, oh, what's that? Oh, we have to break the monolith? Purely because, like, you know what? Nah. Oh, it shielded itself. I guess that's smart to make it so you can't just infinitely do that. I have to actually count my strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just walked into that, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and you see, it's like got an artificial health bar. But you see how quick this would be over if it didn't have that artificial health bar. Oh jeez, I forgot Transarm makes your jumps like 20 million miles higher. Oh, come here. Oh my. Okay, nade him. Like, he's just running away. Oh my, I actually hate it when AI does this. It's so annoying. Like, it's this walk backwards simulator. Like, I get, like, realistically, of course you're gonna do that, but it's just really annoying. And again, like, this is the most delayed fight in the universe. The only reason this fight even takes a long time is purely because oh wow, you have to destroy all his minions. Okay, I got that full time, but whatever. Okay, so you can take out the minions. Okay, transarm, full power. There we go. Boss approaching. Oh, triple threat. Oh, so terrifying. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm in the air. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're done. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how ridiculous that is? The only reason he was about to escape that is because I was launching him so high in the air. But his own massive hitbox actually cost him there. But you see what I mean? Look how broken this weapon is. It just goes out. That's way too strong. Like, Transarm mixed with that, that just makes the attack completely busted. Like, as soon as you get, like, their... So, pretty much, if you got, like, a bunch of missiles or a ranged weapon that can just stun them in the air, and then you catch them mid-fall from the air and just juggle them, they're gone. They won't recover quick enough. Especially with Transarm. Like, that is so insanely, busted as a weapon. Like, this weapon is literally what happens when you go, balance? Don't understand the meaning. So, currently, the 3 strongest builds I've seen is the Absolute Nuke. Which is, it's a spicy weapon, shall we say. Like, where you just legit blast 1 billion ballistas at your enemy. I actually got part of all this, so there we go. Nice. Part enhance. Part enhance. A little more. There we go. Managed to squeeze it over to the 38. I don't really have... You know, let's do this. Get its level up. Right, okay, we've only... I might as well spend it all then. I'm probably going to change the colour in a bit on the chest. Like, I imagine. I'm not even using the bazookas because just the mace alone is so strong. Like, the mace is absolutely just the most bonkers thing in the universe. What was I going to de-equip again? I forgot. I've actually forgot. And I'm really not sure how to use that, really. So I'm just not going to. I also want to change the chest paint quickly. Because I'm not a fan of how... No, I want the body. I'm not a fan of how that looks. So we're going to go in here and we're going to put this here. And I'm probably going to make this the different color. And I'll make this of a bit of a different color. And maybe like this, I'm thinking. Like swap it around so it looks a bit more natural, you know? Because that was the issue, is the chest bit didn't look as natural. But this looks a little more natural to the natural shape. Like the fin bits didn't. I might just make the chest pure black on the front bit. But like, yeah. I'm also going to change the color back because the color actually looks kind of goofy gold. I thought it was only going to be the inside of the collar. But it turns out it's the outside as well, which, yeah, it doesn't really work. Oh, that's a quick fix. Also, if you want to make it shinier gold, you can literally just take all the gold parts and make it like... I wish there was a way to target a particular color and just edit that color. Because I know there's like another game, but where I forget what game it was, but you could do that. Anyway, here we go, part number 2. I'm also skimming through the cutscenes a lot less because I don't feel the need to speed read it because I'm not half asleep. Like, yeah, I'm a bit tired, but I'm not like as tired as I was yesterday, which is why you saw me start like skimming a bit quicker through the text, so I just read it. Because just hearing people talk was making me more tired. It's like when I yammer for 20 years, you know? It's a yammer, yammer, yammer. It goes on forever. I wonder if they're doing well. Let me see if I can find their channel. I just want to check out their stuff quickly. Oh yeah, they're doing good. So I was just checking out someone who I follow like YouTube because I've been decreasing the amount of people I follow on YouTube. And it's one of the people I follow a bit more often now. I hadn't watched their content in a bit, but I've started watching it again. And yeah, they're doing good.
言ってほしいんだけど
Like, I popped into one of their streams like a bit ago. Like, 2 days ago, I think now. Just slightly under 2 days.
やっぱり私のことが心配だったからだよね。
Dude makes really fun content. Well, if you like watching animation, like with 3D models, his content's pretty good.
GB4 を進めてみたんだけどさ。それでリンが GB4 を初めてガンプラバトルに興味を持ってくれたのは嬉しかったけど。
I do find it sad you can't switch the color on the girl parts. I believe you can use like the paint coloration thing to do it, but that's like not really perfect since I believe that's like a solid block color, isn't it?
リンもすっかり明るくなってすごく安心したよ。あいつやタオ、マシマやシーナ、それにもちろんリリンもみんな最高の仲間だよ。それにこうして
I'm gonna be honest,
遊べるのも楽しいし。
just considering
家族
that it's mecha, anime, Japanese animations,
ちょっと泣きそう。
and common jokes. I'm literally shocked they don't have a femboy robot.
私
Because they literally had the female robot comedy, so that would just be the most funny thing to me, because I just find that funny.
お姉ちゃん
Then again, I'm not really a big fan of humanoid robots in general. They look very stupid in my opinion. Like, they look more like action figures, like, I will say that.
気合い入れて。
Oh, you know what would be cool about Gundam? If they actually made original looking robots, because a lot of their robots now just are copy and paste of the same robot over and over. And with the like main Gundam unit, which is meant to be a prototype, that makes sense, obviously. But even the minion bots are just getting recycled too much in Gundam now. It's
よーし
not as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty bad. Also, I feel like the Gundams themselves are way too common now.
リンも頑張ってることだし、私も頑張らなくっちゃ。
Because you have like literally a billion Gundams now.
ちょっとは見せないと。
Oh jeez, why am I yawning? You have like a billion Gundams now, it feels like. Because you can literally fill like pages on the Gundams alone. Which I feel like is always a bad sign of overuse of a potential device. Especially since like the amount of series, you'd think realistically, okay, maybe a page. But no, there's multiple pages of Gundams. It's like, it's so insane how many Gundams. And it's not even like upgrade versions every time. Like sometimes it straight up does new Gundams as well. Because that's the thing, if a lot of Gundams look similar because they're direct upgrades of the previous, like the original series, where it had the base version, the upgraded version of that, and then the upgraded version of that. Okay, but then they just kept going, and it's just like, okay, why you look like it? That's all why I like Barbaros, because he was like like, it still contained a bit of the, okay, you know this is Gundam, but it looked much more original, and it was like, you can keep the core aesthetics without sacrificing artistic integrity, in my opinion. And I don't find it very integral or high integrity to just copy and paste the same design and just reshader it. You can get away with that maybe 3 or 4 times, like when it's not like just a direct upgrade, but then you keep going, it's like, okay, no, you're just a reshader with a slightly different helmet. Like, I think the only actual like direct, like not original or redesign of the original, so it's like a movie retelling, so it's got better like graphics and quality, and they made it look more mechanical. Like, the only one I have liked that isn't like the original design has to be the, I believe it's the Alex, pretty much, and the Psycho Gundam and the Pale Rider variants. But the Pale Rider looks original in comparison. It's not really a Gundam, and Psycho Gundam's also not technically a Gundam, really, if we're gonna be honest here. Like, it's more like a, oh, I forget the name of it, but it's like, it's got a unique name of what actually it is.
うわ、なんか強そう。
I love how you're like tough and I'm just doing this, yeah? Look at that range! What is that range? That's like a shotgun! That's like a short-range shotgun. Was it blunderbuss? That's like a blunderbuss right there. Like, blunderbusses, by the way, have actually more range than you'd think. Like, all the shotguns you see, they're not accurately portrayed in movies. Like, you can shoot someone across the room, and that's going to do pretty much, maybe not as much damage, but depending on the round, yeah, it's not as short range as people believe. Since, like, legit, a rifle is just straight up a one-barrel shotgun with a scope, depending on the version. I have seen some rifles that are just straight up shotguns with a scope with one barrel. That's, like, slightly modified to give it a bit more, like, accuracy. And, like, change the ammunition type. It's pretty much the same mechanics. That's the same with most guns. People really underestimate how, like, minor changes to things can actually make them do completely different things. And I'm not even a gun nut, you know? And I say that with the utmost respect, because watching people break apart guns, put them back together, and talk about them, really fun. I love watching videos on that. Sometimes, not all the time. I'd go insane if I did it all the time. Okay, can we continue on? Okay, so I'm just getting my time wasted because you want to yammer. But look, even that gets destroyed super quick. Like, look at this. This is literally just, why are you bullying me? Why is this allowed? Though my abilities are starting to do, like, next to nothing. I will give it that. But it doesn't really matter because my melee is just so busted. I imagine if I changed out my special effects on my limbs, like what they boost, I'd probably get higher ability damage. It's probably partly related to that. But still, like, this is insane. Sorry, were you trying to do it a damage? No. Like, the only way to really stop this is either run away or direct nuke. Because as soon as you get caught in it, your health bar is either gone or you survive with just an inch of health. And then I could just light attack spam you while running at you. Or I could just use trance arm to speed up my attacks even further. Because that's the thing. If you just have trance arm enabled, ooh, that's actually disgusting. Like, this is actually disgusting. Because that makes that thrust attack, like, I think twice as fast. So the thrust actually does so much damage. And it's just like, why is this allowed? Like, look at that! It's just gone! It's just 2 health bars that's gone in 1 second. Like, that's legit 2 seconds at most. That's insanely overpowered. Like, that's actually insanely overpowered. I'm just going to be straight with you. I'm going to be right down the middle. This weapon is insanely overpowered. And it should not be a thing. There's a reason why, generally, like, in games, the weapon with the unique moveset ends up being, like, really broken. Because it's just, like, it's damage type. I keep messing it up. Like, it's so awkward. Like, that's the thing. The only downside with trance arm is that the damage type is awkward. It's a little easier to time with this. You know, I'm probably just going to quickly get that. I guess I can get this down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, okay, let's take out some minions to get some bonus points. You better not mess that up. Nope. When you're so overpowered, even the cutscene can't stop you. I also want to quickly get the break up to 20. When the enemy knows that the only reason it's still alive is because I personally just wanted to get the guaranteed death. You see what I mean? Next to no damage. Like, that's the point I'm making. It's just such quick build up, such high damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I have to count the attacks. That's just how broken this is with Transarm. That even when you perfectly time stuff, sometimes it's just going to throw out the attack anyway. And you get messed up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, look at Transarm, like, you do, like, double the damage with, like, half the lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's what we wanted. And now we got the boss incoming, right? Like, that's my biggest issue when using this, is, like, getting the combo off correctly. That's gonna be really what catches you. That's gonna be, like, the difference between, like, 10 seconds knocked off and, like, 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that damage! 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's still pretty fast, but there's like an extra like few seconds you knock off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, look how quick that is in comparison. Like, it's the same attack, but it's just like the speed up is insane. Now, I'm not sure if this is just in my head, but I swear that comes out so much faster. Well, the base attacks do, but the actual thrust, I'm pretty sure, is faster as well and has less knock-up. So you can get more hits in because it sort of stagger loops them a bit, slowing up their uplift. But yeah, if you want a raw melee, and you ain't doing a cosplay with the greatsword, this is the weapon I would recommend. But it's just so good. Like, I imagine we're going to see everyone using this. The only thing is, I have an excuse because I've actually been doing this entire series as a cosplay by technicality. I've been doing a Black Knight build, and I've been doing it throughout the entire like thing. I went for Black Soldier from the first few parts, and I immediately switched over to Black Knight.
そうやな。調子はどない？
I'm sure that'll happen eventually. So we got part 3. And then we'll have part 4, and then we'll have the final part, which will be fighting Chaos. Apparently there's 36 missions, though. That's what I find weird.
バランスが良いとおっしゃっていましたね。
確かに俺のアタッカー系装備とお嬢の
I have to double check that because I swear it said there's 36 missions.
しかしお嬢と組んで戦えるとはこの瞬間を待っていたぜ。勝利へ向けて、いや俺たちの輝かしい未来へ向けてバッチリエスコートさせてもらうぜ。
それには及びません。自分の身は自分で守れますから。
邪剣にあしらわれるとは。ならばお嬢の視線を釘付けにする。
あなたのようなナンパな方からミスター武士道のセリフが出てくる。
Oh yeah, 36. It says 36. I thought it was 36. I was confused because it's like, does that mean we're gonna have like a one mission chapter 8? Well, this will be the final mission of this part anyway, and then we'll do the next part. Just because I don't want like another over an hour episode. I'm trying to avoid super long episodes. And I say that when my episode's already super long. But yeah, here we go. Because that means we'll do 3 missions here and then we'll do 3 missions after. But it perfectly wraps up into itself. Season 1. And also we should rematch the tournament finals after we win this. Even though we all know I was going to win because it's just Poke of Doom! That's literally all I have to do now. Just any enemy dies in like 2 seconds to that. I will say though, I'm not a big fan of like the arena type fighting. I wish like there was more level. Like maybe they could add that with DLC missions, give us more level to play. I honestly wonder, because we all know there's going to be DLC, and like people might say, this game, oh, it's not got enough content. It's like, I hate this mentality that every game needs to be this overworked 10 out of 10 masterclass. Sometimes it's just a sequel to a series that hasn't had a continuation in a while, and everyone gets to enjoy something fun, you know? Because the combat's enjoyable in this. The loop, and even if I do complain about like levels being a bit repetitive, I will always say that like that I honestly, oh, wow, that went flying. Like the levels might be a bit repetitive, but I will always say this is a fun game. Like, I'm not going to call it a bad game, I'm just not going to call it a 10 out of 10. But this whole mentality that a game has to be a 10 out of 10 or it's bad actually really is one of the things that gets me to just not talk to you. Like, I will just stop talking to you if you have that mentality, because you're stupid. And I don't want to waste time with someone beyond sub-IQ. Beyond negative IQ, even. Because anyone who thinks a game has to be a 10 out of 10 to be good is just stupid. Not every game needs to be a masterclass, yeah? Like Morrowind. I actually checked up what it was rated. 9 out of 10. Morrowind of all games. The one, arguably the greatest open world game in gaming history. Like in terms of action RPG. It's arguably the greatest of all time. 9 out of 10. Which in my opinion is fair, because I think open world games can never really be perfect, because there's never going to be like something for everyone. There's never going to be something that really is like there's always going to be an issue with an open world game. So I feel like that's fair to like call it a 9 out of 10. But I just want to make that point. No such thing as like a 10 out of 10 in the first place. And secondly, like I think anything that's above a 5 out of 10 or above, or even 4 out of 10 above, depending on how much it costs, is good enough. Like the base game of this is what, 50 quid in English. That's actually relatively cheap for a modern game, and I feel like I got my bang for my buck. And I haven't even touched the online yet, you know? Oh, the parry spam. That's the only thing that really counters this. But yeah, like, I feel like I got my bang for my buck. Like, I don't get how you could feel like you get robbed here. Like, it told you exactly what its whole purpose was. You're playing Gunpla, you're making robots. That's the whole point of it, is to make cool robots. At least that's what I would think the whole purpose of this game is. That's what it feels like, that's what it looks like, that's what it acts like. It doesn't really pretend to be anything else. But it does sort of annoy me when people go, this game's not a 10 out of 10, it's a bad game. It's like, huh? The only reason I wouldn't recommend this game is because I feel like it's a little too expensive for what it is. I feel like it should be around 40 quid, not 50. That's literally my only complaint in this entire game that I would actually take as a serious complaint. Because level design complaints, sure. But like genre type, it's an arena fighter, technically. So it's not the worst complaint in the universe. It's just, I wish there was more arenas. I wish there was more diversity in mission types. That's really, like, 2 complaints are my only real complaints. Like, I could talk about balancing, sure. But I feel like, in terms of enjoyability, balancing is a minor topic. But yeah, there's so much you can talk about. And I just find it weird that people go, oh, it's not a 10 out of 10. Like, that annoys me so much. Like, that whole stupid, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's like, oh, shut up. Shut up, you... I'm not gonna... it's not anything offensive, really, but it's like... I've already started ranting, and I don't want to rant more, so I'm just gonna wrap that up with that. I'm just not a fan of people who have the 10 out of 10 everything. I feel like it's a stupid idea. Like, encourage people to be creative, encourage people to be original, encourage people to do cool things. Don't have them chasing that mythical 10 out of 10. That's really my thoughts. Don't chase the mythical 10 out of 10, just chase what's good. AI is also a bit basic. I will say that. Oh wow. Just to reset that. There we go, shield back up. I just got to get pretty much to 20 just so the combo doesn't drop. But I mean, so even if the combo drops... Oh wow, I wasn't even tapping the button there. And it went on a little longer than I thought it would. I messed up the combo, I pressed it too early. But no, like... Yeah, I don't really have to care too much now. Because I got over 20, so... We're pretty much good. Oh wow, you just spawned so unfortunately right there. You just spawned so unfortunately right there. And you might have survived if you had a little more health. It honestly feels like you need like 6 stacks of health to survive that. It's so busted. And you're gone. Let's transarm it up. Power up full burst. Oh, my weapon disappeared. Where's the boss? Here we go. Oh, is it? Oh, we got a double upper. Imagine if they did 3 of them. That would be so insane. Look how busted that is. Look at that! Look! Oh my goodness! That's too much. And goodbye to your shield. And gone. You see what I mean by busted? Like legit, the only reason he's not dead there is because I damaged him so much that his entire health bar was gone. That's legit the only reason he even... You see what I mean by how broken this weapon is? This is the second difficulty, sure, but even on hard, that would be nuclear damage. It may take, like, what, 10 more seconds? Oh well. Like, against humanoid enemies, this is busted. The only enemies I struggle with, yeah, are ship enemies with this. And that is because they are the most awkward to hit parts. That's how stupid the hammer is. It is one of the most broken weapons in the game. It is so absurdly broken. It's actually unfoundedly so. Not unfoundedly, I mean unfathomably so broken. I honestly don't get in what universe people would be like, oh yeah, that's good. It's just like, I tell ya, my brain legit is just like, It's just like, I'm sorry. So busted. It's so busted. It's so busted. It's like, how is this acceptable? For, like, you saw what I did to that boss. That is an erasure of the soul. That's insane. Nah. What was that?